Apparently my brass catcher failed on me or something. Look at that tip. Knocked it right off of there. For the past 2 nights, there's been a large sounder coming into this feeder like clockwork. In this picture, you can see nothing has touched the corn since Saturday. I got off to a late start. I geared up my Aero Precision 6.5 Creedmoor, topped with the Floor 736 Thermosight Pro. I loaded 1 round of the 139 grain Sledgehammer bullet to try to double up on this sounder, filling the rest of the magazine with the Hornady 147 grain ELD-M. I knew for a fact that these hogs were within earshot of its location, just waiting to hear the feeder go off, so I quietly worked to that area. I noticed there was a lot of hog activity tearing up the ground. I knew exactly where to set up with this north-northeast wind without getting busted. I'd be about 80 yards from the feeder, and it was just a matter of time. Like clockwork, the feeder went off around 7:30. 7:45 rolled around, no hogs. 7:55, again, no hogs. I was getting anxious. Around 8:15, I noticed a raccoon approaching the area. Not 5 minutes later, I spotted the sounder 200 yards away. This was going to be primarily a meat hunt, but I thought about targeting this nice-sized boar. But it was time to fill up the fridge, and we'll pick up the action from here. Unfortunately, my rifle jammed, and then I remembered I forgot to move my brass catcher 1 notch from my day scope. If you watch this video in slow motion, you can see that I heart punched the smaller hog and the heat signature into the second hog, dropping her right into the mud. It looks like I got a quarter-away shot on this big boar and a Texas heart shot on this nice sow. I will ask the landowner to keep an eye on buzzards in the coming days. Hey Steve, I just busted a double with the 139 grain Sledgehammer bullet. That's the second one in there. And this is the first one in this mud puddle. Shot was right at 80 yards. I've got one more big boar to chase after, and I'll come back and get these guys. On the opposite end of this property, there's a major boar thoroughfare. Almost every day they pass through this area. There's a nice pond they like to bed by, but it's not on our property. And this area is thick and full of briars with no one ever hunting it. A perfect hog home and a perfect place to try the Convergent Hunting Solution call. While gearing up, I could hear a hog grunting and smacking its jaw. I booted up my Floor 736, dropped to the dirt, shooting off my knee, and sent the Hornady 147 grain ELD-M right through its chest. I'm going to bet what happened is when I shot those hogs, and we're talking thousands of yards that way, this little guy got separated from them. He was trying to find the group. And you can see the shot placement right there. This will be a really good eater hog. Yeah, this will be good to eat. See what type of damage it did on the other side. This was the 147 grain ELD-M. Rip right through him, expectedly. I quietly worked toward the area that I would try to call hogs. I placed the Convergent Hunting Solution about 10 paces off the main crossing. I backed up to about 30 yards and kept my thermal on, knowing this was going to be a quick shot. For the next 45 minutes, I tried 3 boar calls: Total Chaos, Boar Magnet, and Hey Baby, and ended up using the Sow Hysteria call. I went to recover all the hogs. I stripped out all of the back straps, storing up my fridge, as we are currently going through this COVID-19 craziness. If y'all want me to do a clean and cook video sometime, comment below. But to be honest, my recipes are very boring. It was an awesome night hunting in North Texas. Recovered 3 hogs with the possibility of 2 more dead out in the field. The Hammer 139 grain Sledgehammer bullet doubled up on the two biggest hogs. The Hornady 147 grain ELD-M literally blew the chest out of this small piglet. Planning on heading out west to hunt and shoot long range with Ron next week, so stay tuned for my next adventure.